Alright, today's project is giving all these odds and ends pots a second life with some spray paint because I want to replant an hydrangea that's not happy where it is into this, but first this is beat up, so I'm gonna spray paint it, and while I'm at it I'm going to spray paint these. Alright, now that I'm completely soaked from the knee to my toe, these are cleaned up. So while they dry, I'm gonna go change. So much fun. All right, all cleaned up. Now I have some time to wait, and while I do that, my hydrangea is coming out of the ground. Okay, this is the hydrangea that's coming out. It is in the catio for my cat, so that's what all this green wire is for. And I planted this hydrangea here back before I bought a house and realized that it's actually not good to plant right up directly against the house for something like this. It's better for an hydrangea to go about 3 or 4 feet out, and it gets more rainfall, better light, more space. This hydrangea is actually really unique colors when it blooms, but it hasn't bloomed ever since I planted it here. So it's not happy. And in place is gonna be this steel bay. I've never known how to pronounce this, but it's a shade loving, it's fireworks in the background, lovely. Shade loving plant, 1 to 3 hours of morning sun, and that's what this spot in the backyard next to the kitchen gets. So it'll be very happy here. And Miss Hydrangea, who has not been happy, will soon feel better, and we're gonna make that happen today. This is the tough thing with some plants that you get at the nursery, Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff, that they've been potted for too long, and you get these roots that are so packed so tight, and you have to be kind of quick to get them in the ground, to loosen the roots and get them in the ground, because if you leave them on your patio for a week or something, a week or two, every time you water it, the water just runs straight through it, and it doesn't really even absorb anything. So you have to like pretty much water it every day to keep it alive until you get it in the ground. So it's better to just get it in the ground as soon as you can. But I mean, even when you do, it takes some work to, you don't want to rough it up too much, but you need to break up these roots to get it to survive in the ground. So yeah, all right, that's about where I'm gonna go with it. Sophie stopped by to start scratching in the dirt next to me, so she was yeah, see, she's being a little helper. She always does this every time I'm planning something. She thinks Dad is doing a fun activity for her. And yeah, anyway. She's damn cute. Alright. All on the ground. Went further out from the house this time, like I explained, for light and water. Sophie's pleased with the placement. This gives her, this is near where I put her in the catio in the morning, and so she's got space to run all the way through to the other end. This wraps around the house, so the catio wraps around the house. But yeah, we're done with this. This transplant is stressing me out, I'm not gonna lie, because it came out way more bare root than I intended. I wanted to keep it in the soil, but around it, Sophie likes to dig, and so the soil was really loose around it, and as I was pulling it up, all the dirt just fell away. So I don't know if it's gonna survive, but I'm gonna try and work quickly and get some soil around it again and nurse it for a little while back to strength. Wish me luck, fingers crossed. Alrighty then, let's see how this goes. I'm trying this all-in-one paint primer, no peel guarantee. Didn't use a no peel guarantee last time, obviously, so let's try it out. One metallic dark copper pot and a matching baby pot. Papa pot, baby pot. Okay, so that came out pretty good, and now is the exciting part. So I have all these mismatched pots that I haven't used for anything really in a long time. And while I was looking for brown spray paint, I found matte ink blue right next to it. And so that excites me. I love blue. So these are gonna be blue. All right, turning everything upside down to get all those other areas. And note to self, do not buy pots with rings because they suck. All right, and to try to make this last longer, I'm gonna spray this matte clear coat over everything as I get to it. All right, so here's what I'm doing. I already filled about halfway with soil, setting the plant in the middle, and then I'm just going to fill in around the roots. All right, so I kind of held the plant up as I was putting soil around it, and then now I'm just going to raise it up a little bit and put more soil around it so that it's at a height that I want in this pot. Because of the shape of the pot, it has to be something that's going to stay in there long term, because it's really hard to get something out of that shape. So this is gonna live here as long as it stays alive. And I'm terrible about wearing gloves I usually, well, I'm often just don't. And, well, you know, I like to feel where I'm going, and I can do it better with no gloves on, and I just have a nail scrubber in my bathroom and scrub my nails when I'm done. Now that I'm kind of happy with the height, I'm going back in and pressing it down a bit. It will settle on the inner rim, so I just kind of have to keep feeling and settling it and making sure that it's at a height I want. And for a pot this size, it's quite big. I'm using a 32 quart bag of potting soil that I bought just for this plant and just for this pot because I love her. And there we go, cleaned up a little bit. Brand new paint job, brand new pot. Second life for the pot, second life for the plant. Yay, happy hearts, love, and joy. And some fully matching blue, matte blue pots.